Team 5 investigates exposing a nursing home that has failed to protect its patients and the state agency that has allowed them to operate for years. Sean Kelly tonight explores why this is happening and if someone you know could be in danger.
I know she loved me and she believed in me, and that's why I will fight for her.
Tracy O'Rourke breaks down in tears every time she thinks about her mother's horrific death last year. 57-year-old Nancy Berry was found cold to the touch and unresponsive at the bottom of this staircase behind the Hammond House Care and Rehabilitation Center in Worcester. It was Thanksgiving morning.
So on Thanksgiving morning, I said goodbye to my mother.
State records show Berry had a history of running away from her caregivers and was supposed to be checked by the home's staff every 15 minutes. Last November, staff discovered she was missing, called police, and conducted a search.
My mother was nowhere to be found.
3 hours later, a cook found her lying on the concrete outside.
My mother was already dead when they found her.
O'Rourke is now suing Hammond House.
Our questions all along have been, how did she get out of this locked facility? How? And there are no answers. Nobody knows.
A spokesperson declined our request for a comment, citing privacy issues. However, this is not the only instance of poor supervision. Our investigation uncovered a pattern of questionable care. Team 5 obtained 3 years' worth of records showing state inspectors have twice threatened to recommend Medicare and Medicaid terminate this facility's provider agreement for problems so severe they thought patients could actually be harmed. Hammond House has also been written up repeatedly for poor supervision and multiple medication errors. Dr. Madeline Biondolillo oversees the Bureau of Healthcare Safety and Quality.
And how would you characterize their record over the last several years?
That's a facility that, has had some issues and has struggled to improve their performance.
Are they one of the worst?
They're towards the bottom. But they are improving over the past few years. Each time that they've had deficiencies, they've been able to provide an appropriate plan of correction.
Would you put a loved one in this facility?
Well, that's actually not something that I feel is my appropriate role to say.
Here's something else. While the state requires all of us to have car insurance and health insurance, it does not require any long-term care facilities to carry liability insurance.
So in other words, if they unfortunately neglected, abused, or maltreated someone, there was no professional liability insurance to go after in terms of civil litigation.
For Nancy Berry's family, the passage of time has done nothing to ease their loss.
I don't want anyone else to have to suffer through this.
The company that owns Hammond House recently sold it to Genesis Healthcare. Their spokesperson also declined comment because the transaction has not been finalized. For Team 5 Investigates, I'm Sean Kelly.